want to leave this world in a better place.
Yeah.
So everything that I do is with such intention. So how, if I can smile to the person on the street, if I can just, crack a joke when somebody is like in a bad mood, whatever I can do to just uplift, whether it's picking up the litter. So in the corporate space, there's just so many opportunities to bring some light, to add tremendous value. And there's a ripple effect, just like when you throw that stone in that little pond and it goes.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to Be Brave, where we are having conversations with those who have been courageous to navigate the sometimes messy, uncertain, unpredictable journey of life, career, business, you name it. So today I am joined by a dear friend, somebody I have known for over a decade. My uncle called me one day and said, Kifilwe, you need to meet this lady. And today I'm saying to you that you need to listen to this conversation. Who am I with? So her name is Karina Bognon, an executive coach, talent strategist, and author, recognized for helping professionals, including myself. She has been my executive coach for over 10 years, and organizations unlock potential and navigate change. She's done over, listen to this, 60,000 career placements. She brings deep expertise in recruitment, leadership, and growth. Hello, Karina.
You had me smiling the whole time. Hello, Kefilwe.
Yeah, why?
It's wonderful to hear things like that. You just don't take a moment to really see all of that. And time goes by so quickly. Well done, 10 years. Eh?
To soak it up. So as I said in my intro, it was my uncle who one Saturday morning called me and said, you need to meet Karina. Why do you think he said that? We need to meet.
Remember, I was coaching your uncle.
Oh, yes, you were his coach.
I was his coach.
And
he's like, he had like an intuition.
Yeah.
He just knew. He says, you're going to love each other. You have to. Was he right?
Was he right?
He was
I adore you. I love you. I deeply love you. Let's talk about it. So what has inspired you when you think of the childhood, your upbringing, to do the work that you do in human development, the work that you do as a career coach? What's inspired that?
I want to leave this world in a better place.
Yeah.
So everything that I do is with such intention. So how, if I can smile to the person on the street, if I can just, crack a joke when somebody is like in a bad mood, whatever I can do to just uplift, whether it's picking up the litter. So in the corporate space, there's just so many opportunities to bring some light, to add tremendous value. And there's a ripple effect, just like when you throw that stone in that little pond and it goes, when you plant a little seed, when you do an action that is positive and forward and uplifting or changing it for the better. So when you have a ripple effect on one person, it affects on somebody else. So I really take my breath very consciously and very intentionally. And so the words that I speak, I want to try as best. I'm not perfect, anybody.
Yeah.
I want to try my best to just, leave the world a better place. And by doing that, we inspire others to do the same.
Yeah.
And so I'm also very real with people that I have messed up. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm sure I'll continue, but I am learning and I learn.
Yeah. Let's talk about mistakes because, Karina, I want us to keep this platform as authentic and real as possible. What has been the greatest, and I put it in inverted commas, one mistake that became your greatest learning in this journey of life?
So I'll first start by saying I don't believe in mistakes because it's lesson.
Yeah.
You'll grow from that. You'll learn from that. But if I have to find something is not listening to that that inner compass that sits right in the core of your belly.
Mm.
When that voice says, did I switch off the lights? Should I go down that road? That person, not feeling them, I have to say, I'll attribute a lot of my positive growth to being able to tune into that and listening to that voice. So I don't feel I've made so many mistakes, maybe to my friends and to people around me, my mother possibly, that I've made mistakes, but that's their opinion.
Yeah.
And they're entitled to have their opinion, but keep it to yourself until I ask you.
How do you tap into that intuition and small voice? Because I've engaged similar to you with a lot of people, whether it's in organizations, entrepreneurs, or just people like you and I. How does one listen to that inner voice?
I love that you've asked that question, because I'll tell you, one of the frameworks that I share with my clients is the 3 S's.
Yeah.
Silence, stillness, and solitude. Silence, stillness, and solitude. Finding time for those 3 S's. So in the morning, I have a ritual. I will journal. It's my way of just being silent, to be still. I will go into nature on my own little solo trips to be in solitude. And in that moment, all the noise can evaporate for a moment. And then I tune in. And in that moment, I don't know, I get ideas. It's like we get that in the shower. So I intentionally find ways to do that. So does that answer your question?
Silence, solitude, and
stillness.
And stillness.
Being still.
A
lot of people are busy. You got to go here, you got to do there, there's a time to do that and there's a time to chill. And believing me, Kifilwe, I was not good at chilling. Not good at all. I had to learn.
The busyness. We're all hustling, we're pushing, we're grinding, striving to meet the goals, the next ambition. Is it important for us to monitor the busyness that we find ourselves so absorbed in today's world? And that busyness can come from just even responding to content on social media, engaging and responding to that WhatsApps. And I've had the privilege of knowing you for all these years, and there's something you've mastered about regulating the busyness by putting forward those boundaries. Can you speak to us a bit more about that?
I've gotten really good at listening and paying attention to the subtle cues in my body and not listening to what everybody else wants from me, which is so hard and which is something that you learn when you have a near-death experience, I guess. When you worked so hard that you nearly killed yourself, you have to pay attention. And another little tool I want to share with you, it's so simple. My phone now, guys, is on silent permanently. So I choose, for example, when to check my phone and how often I want to check it. So I don't have that stress signal to me, I must check and I must reply. So I had a quote in the shower this morning and I thought, time is life. Life is time.
Ooh, time is life. Life is time.
How do we choose to live our lives? How do we choose to spend our time? So I guess there's so many things I could say to that, but I'm going to keep it at that. Would you want me to share anything more?
I think more around boundaries, because we can be busy in wanting to do everything. I see it with the professionals that I work with who struggle to place those boundaries and speak to their colleagues who are saying, beyond this project, beyond that project. And I want to save my job, but I haven't built the skill set to put up the boundaries.
You really ask great questions. I just have to say this, by the way. Thank you. And, what a superb question. And the truth is everybody is so busy trying to do their best, first of all. I understand that. And also trying to please everybody else and looking for validation outside instead of actually just listening to, again, the subtle cues. I was talking to my partner this morning before our podcast. And, I was just saying, yesterday I was doing a workshop for a beautiful team. And I felt like this headache coming on. Like it's like a breeze. Like a breeze. You can feel like this breeze before there's going to be a storm. So I felt this little headache coming on. And I go, okay, what is my body saying? You have to tune in and go, it's saying, I need to drink water. I realized I hadn't drank water because I'm hosting this workshop. I didn't want to be going, up and down all the time to the ladies. So it's really, again, just that awareness and finding a way to just, you do that with time.
Yeah.
You can't come out of your mama's womb and know exactly how to live life.
Correct.
And wisdom is something that is not a given or granted to everybody else. You will have life happening to you and you will decide, I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to be better from this. I'm going to grow from this. I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to love this. I'm going to be better for it. And sometimes you have to do it a few times. So it's applying that wisdom. It's applying your experiences. It's listening. It's learning from other people. There's no excuse today. There's no excuse. You can learn how, if you're a female, you want to know how to change a tire, go on YouTube and you can do it yourself. There's people out there who are sharing. We are sharing some things. What will land for somebody will land when they're ready for it to land. I guess I was ready to learn to put up those boundaries. And perhaps, my French background has helped me to speak up and go, I'm sorry. And then I've learned diplomacy with years. Like, I'm not able to do that now, but I can't wait to do it then. And I'll be able to help you there. And just knowing your own limitations. No one can teach them to you. No one can tell them to you what they are. Some people can have 4 kids. Some people can have no kids. Some people can be a leader. Some people can't be a leader. Some people can multitask. Some people can't multitask. Some people can run 10 Ks and some people can only walk 2 Ks.
Yeah, I hear you.
The older I get, the less I know.
Ooh.
The more I'm realizing what is right, what is wrong. It's for you. So I'm very, very grateful when my clients say to me, you know what I appreciate you about your coach? You never tell me what to do. Of course, first of all, I shouldn't do that. I would be a terrible coach. But always I'm encouraging people to what do you think will be right for you? I encourage them to think about their older self. What would their older self be telling them? Yes, you should have consumed 12 donuts a day. Is that what your older self is going to say? No, it's not. You should have worked 16 hours a day. Look, I have been a workaholic. I still have that tendency. I have no regret of all the things that have happened. And that's what everybody says at the end of the day, because this is life. You can't escape life.
Oh, you can't escape life. We are on the journey. And it's also about doing what feels right for you. How do you build that ability, Karina? And I've known you, and you are one person who you don't care what people think about you. And I know so many people who do care what people think about them, what their family thinks about them, what society thinks about them. There's a whole perception management and all of that. How do we move away from caring too much about what people think about us?
Well, it starts with the observation that you do care, and that do you want to care and do you want to move away? And then you work towards that. I have to credit my parents for teaching me to think for myself and standing up for myself and listening to myself, much to this dismay. I was like, no, I'm the child. I'm your father. I'm your mother. No, I'm the child. So some of us are also born, a little bit with a little bit more feistiness or a bit more leadership. I mean, Kefi, how do we have some kids that are born at 6 years old can play the piano like Chopin, right? So we all have skills. We all have.
We do.
Up like these talents. So maybe my talent is being able to be strong enough to not care about that. And of course, I've gotten better at it because I wasn't always like that. So you again consciously choose. You consciously choose. And I think if anybody can take something away from this as well, it's like you are always choosing.
Yeah.
You are always choosing. So what are you choosing? And let me just say, it is so freeing to not care. It really is. It's liberating. Someone's going to not like this jacket, this ring, my lipstick, my hair, my dress, whatever, again, one of the things when I'm coaching with my clients, as much as I do executive stuff and all of that, at the core, how do you feel about yourself? And it's always about learning to fully love yourself. I always say to people around me, from my partner, to my friends, to my clients, I'm not my hair. I'm not
Sure.
my skin.
Yeah.
I'm not my creed. I'm not my car. I'm not my job. I'm trying. We're all going to lose all of this
One day.
one day,
Yeah.
you know?
Sure.
And so that also helps to just not care so
Okay.
much. Doesn't mean I don't take pride in my work or in my profession and my clients and, trying to look decent.
Yeah.
But there's always going to have somebody. It's good that people think different. We don't want
I
to
hear
world
you.
with people all,
Yeah.
but just free yourself.
So,
And the more you're okay with inside, it's always the internal work.
It illuminates on the outside. What does bravery mean to you?
Yeah. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be authentic.
Ooh. But let's be honest, Karina. You can't be yourself wholeheartedly in the workplace.
100% right.
You can't be your authentic self in the workplace.
You're right.
How do we draw that line?
Even in relationships.
You can't be your whole self.
Like, if you're a grouch and you are mean and abusive, your partner will fire you just like they would at work.
Yeah.
Right? So why also are people sometimes mean to the people they love the most? Question a little bit that. And at work, I think it's always about trying to intentionally just bring your best self.
Okay.
And your best self is not always going to be on time. It's not always going to be in a good mood.
So true.
But are you, which court are you playing at? Which monkey are you listening to?
I hear you.
Wolf, whatever.
I hear you.
Which voices are you? It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard. You talked about, bravery and authenticity even in relationships. So you and I talk a lot about love. Why is love important?
Everything is love. And, I'm just thinking of it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so important because most of us don't have it inside.
Oh, I always say, imagine a world where everyone knew that they are loved and everyone loved. Imagine that world.
And that they mattered.
And that they mattered, that they are enough. Imagine that world.
We would have peace.
We would have peace. Then I want to ask you, you wrote your book, Prepare for the Workplace. What inspired you to write that book?
At the time, so I was very grateful. I became a director at the tender age of 26. One might say I peaked very early. By the way, with no tertiary education, I must just add, okay? Pure hard work and grind.
Sure.
And I made sure to never let it get to my head. But because I was a director, anything that I would invent, create, whatever, would obviously be part of the company.
Yeah.
So I saw that I was coaching already people how to go for interviews, what to say, what not to do, how to be, both for the clients and the candidates.
Yeah.
And then literally some voice somewhere, your thinking head says, why did you put it in a book?
Yeah.
And I was like, because I was on Metro FM quite a lot. It was actually every Wednesday with Paul Mitihaha. We're still very good friends. He's a sweetheart. And I just thought there's a thirst for it. And books were a thing then. It's not so much now.
Correct.
And so I went and I remember going to Michalisburg for an entire weekend, just spitting all that information out onto the computer. It just flowed out of me. It was really easy to just put it in a flow.
Yeah.
And then when I left the company, that is when I decided, and I had moved to Cape Town, this is a good time. Let me tell you, the editing process is like, well, I don't know what birth is giving like, but it feels like that. And it was extremely difficult. And I just wanted it to make a difference to one soul. And mission is already accomplished. His name is Gift. You know who you are.
Yeah.
And if it could help somebody just to know to do something to help them in their profession, then that was my mission. I've never been about numbers, popularity. Again, I don't care about those things.
Okay.
And that was the reason for me doing that, is that I know I would have liked something like that. And I made it small, practical. Even things have changed now in the last 12 years since I've published it. But the principles remain the same, as they do for life in everything.
Yeah.
The books have been written hundreds of years ago and texts from thousands. The principles from health, from self, from family, it's all the same. We just use different words. What is what is it when people Imposter syndrome.
Yes, yes.
Imposter syndrome is the sexiest, latest word for lack of confidence.
Oh, there's.
So there are people who come and bring new, it's just ways for us to maybe grasp it differently.
I hear you. You have such a vivacious nature about you. When you walk into the room, Karina, you light up a space. What is that practice that you are doing that makes you confidently embrace rooms, opportunities, engagements? What do you do?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. And I'm hearing it a lot.
Yes. You
So
light
it must
up
be true.
a room. Yeah.
Maybe it's the colors. Maybe it's the red lipstick. No. I'm actually, everything I do, I'm intentional. Everything I do, I'm intentional.
Yeah.
I'll eat food, even when it's naughty.
Yeah.
I'll be intentional. So when I walk into a room, me being a bit dyslexic, when I walk into a room, my intention is to be there and to bring whatever I can bring. And how can I spread joy, kindness, compassion, intelligence, I don't know. Like, how can I impact the room? I never go with this mindset like, oh, I'm going to go and meet that person so I can get this out of them. How can I share?
Sure.
So I guess, think about it. If everybody walked into that room, so how can I bring and share and give? And most people are like, we're going to get out.
We're going to get, like, what will I get out of this? What will I get out of this meeting with Karina, with Saul, with Brian that I'm meeting? It's always, what can I get? And in your case, the perspective is, what can I give?
So not many people are giving by nature or generous, right? So maybe that's what people are resonating is they're hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to feed you.
Oh. So if you do want your light to shine in the workplace, with your business and the clients that you're engaging with or the people that you're working with, the question is, what can I give? What is my intention? Asking yourself that big question. What is my intention when I walk into the space?
How can I serve?
Ooh, how can I serve?
How can I add value?
Yeah.
Actually, how can I add value is a key one. And that I'll attribute to the last company that I worked for where I was a director, because that was actually one of their slogans and one of their values. And I've actually taken from that values that how can I add value?
Cool.
And let me be honest, simple, a smile.
Powerful.
A simple smile adds value.
A smile, even sometimes a compliment to somebody that you engage
I can't help
with.
but compliment people.
Yeah, so it's the little things that add in your ability to serve others. I've got some quick rapid fire questions for you.
All right.
So, what's the one habit that keeps you brave?
Oh, that's hard.
Is it a hard one? Brave or unstoppable? Yeah. Courageous.
My journaling.
Your journaling.
Because it keeps me accountable.
Perfect. If human potential were a superpower, what would yours be?
Oh, if human
potential.
What do you mean by that?
A superpower as in like like that alter ego that you tap into. So joy, comfortable. And then a piece of advice you wish everyone followed.
Listen to your intuition.
Listen to your intuition.
You know what? It's actually quite interesting. I think that is something that's been a theme in any conversation. And I've been saying that for a very long time. Thank you for actually asking me that question, because I'm going to go somewhere with this after this.
Listen to your intuition. And then what's a question you ask yourself when life gets messy?
What can I learn?
Ooh, what can I learn? When life gets messy, when it gets unpredictable, uncertain, what is this here to teach me?
Yeah. So my questions are, what can I learn? What am I not learning? So it's the same, but in a different way, right? So I try to say, take the word learning in one way and then just looking at it at different level. How can I learn? Why am I not learning? What is there left for me to learn? What am I not learning? So the learning is always the key. Not how can I be better? Because it's just learn.
Yeah. What can I learn? And I've learned so much in our conversation today. Thank you, Coach Karina. You have been a force in my life, a pillar of support, of love, of encouragement through the highs, the lows of life. A true testimony that you can't do life alone. And I am grateful to do life with you. For those who want to find out more career tips, guidance, please follow Karina Bognon on LinkedIn, where you can find more of her, even dynamic videos. You do create some phenomenal content. So thank you. I celebrate and honor you, my friend.
Thank you. This is amazing. I'm super grateful. And let's do more magic together.
Yay, 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 yay. And that is my conversation today with career executive coach Karina Bognon and my dear friend. So many insights to walk away with, remembering the importance of listening to your intuition, dedicating that time for silence, solitude, and just that stillness to go within. Bravery for her is truly just being yourself, embracing and loving your authentic self. It's been an absolute joy having this conversation. Looking forward to connecting with you soon.